concentration.
Yeah, continue. Yeah.
That is acquired with direct knowledge that benefits. But understanding comes next and has still to be developed. Now, that is not easy, even to know about, let alone to develop, when it is taught very briefly. In order, therefore, to deal with the detailed method of its development, there is the following of questions. What is understanding? In what sense is it understanding? What are its characteristic, function, manifestation, and proximate cause? How many kinds of understanding are there? How is it developed? What are the benefits of developing understanding? Here are the answers.
Okay. So just based on this one, okay. So do you think that, or other students, do you think that this part is important? Should we take it as a lecture notes? All of them?
Yes.
I have to copy all of them.
I feel it's very important to really
Why is it
understand this
important?
topic because
Okay. Why is it important here?
Because these are the questions that really summarizes what we really need to know about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you think it's important, so I'll copy all. Okay. Okay. How come the rest are not shown? Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit messy here. Anyway, just okay. Later we can make it nicer. So we know this is a question that the book will cover. All right. Right. Now, okay, actually the key point is who has thus possessed more advanced development or concentration, means that after you get a certain level of concentration, okay, then you have to develop the wisdom, because the understanding come next. All right. Okay, now there will be a series of questions here. So later we'll go one by one. Okay. This table is messy here. Yeah. Sometimes it's not easy to do copy and paste. Yeah. Let me do this one. Okay. All right. So we will continue the next one. Okay. Now, so we are going to write some more. So let's go back to here. Okay. Now, this is the start with the what is panya, what is understanding. All right. Next person. Doris Ko. Yeah, you can read this one.
What is understanding? Understanding panya is of many sorts and has various aspects. An answer that attempted to explain it all would accomplish neither its intention nor its purpose, and would, besides, lead to distraction. So we shall confine ourselves to the kind intended here, which is understanding, consisting in insight knowledge associated with profitable consciousness.
Okay. So based on this paragraph, do you know what is the key point here? So let's say if I copy, so I'll just paste it here. Of course, there are many words here. So can you see which one is the key point? So what we do is we will take the important paragraph, and we will try to see in one paragraph what is the main point. All right. So anybody beside Doris Ko, what do you think is the main point try to express in this paragraph?
An understanding consisting of insight knowledge associated with profitable consciousness.
Right.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, this is the one he write here. Can you tell me what is in simple English? Because sometimes all these are maybe to do with Abhidhamma point already. So what is a simple English for this text? So this one is similar to. Now, profitable consciousness. So if you translate in Pali, will be kusala chitta. Okay. And then insight knowledge is what? So is the jnana. So I think some of you have learned, okay? Jnana in the kusala chitta. So this means that we are trying to limit our understanding to only wholesome consciousness, right? The knowledge in the wholesome consciousness, because there are many consciousness in Abhidhamma. So to read this text, you need to have some Abhidhamma knowledge, all right? Because we also, if you study, we also got Kriya. Kriya Chitta is for those with Arahan. Arahan also can, it's a wholesome consciousness for the Arahan, but Arahan is not needed because Arahan has finished the task. So only for Kusala Chitta, the knowledge here. Okay. So this is some point, little bit technical because it's to do with Abhidhamma. So what we need to know is insight knowledge means that we need to focus more on only insight knowledge. Okay. So the focus will be, what happened to the dots? Okay. Okay. The focus will be insight knowledge. Okay. So actually this is kind of like, if you look at it, it's just trying to explain that there are many answers available in the knowledge. So if we are going to explain everything, explain all, it will lead to distraction. This means that there are so many answers. So it's better we just limit ourselves. Confine means we limit to a certain things. This means that focus only for insight knowledge. That means that it will be the seven purification, right? So that's how we read the text. Okay, so this one we can skip it because they are so long. So let me make it a little bit bigger. All these are actually from here on, if you look at it, all these are Janana, Sanjanana, Vijanana, Janana Bhava, Sanya. All this is definition for Pali only. So unless you got the Pali text, if not, you just look at it, you also cannot be clear. So we can just look at this, all right? Okay, I think this point is interesting. Okay, so we can look at this. From here on, this part is interesting. Somebody please read, yeah. Okay, Brother Ko, you can read, yeah. Brother Ko, yeah.
Is it the highlighted one?
Yeah, highlighted one, yes.
Okay. Although the state of knowing, Janana Bhava, is equally present in perception, Sanya, in consciousness, Vijnana, and in understanding, Panya, nevertheless, perception is only the mere perceiving of an object as, say, blue or yellow. It cannot bring about the penetration of its characteristics as impermanent, painful, and not self. Consciousness knows the objects as blue or yellow, and it brings about the penetration of its characteristics, but it cannot bring about by endeavoring the manifestation of the supramundane path. Understanding knows the object in the way already stated. It brings about the penetration of the characteristics, and it brings about by endeavoring the manifestations of the path.
Okay, you can continue the example number 4.
Number
This one,
4.
yeah. Yes.
Suppose there were 3 people, a child without discretion, a villager, and a money changer, who saw a heap of coins lying on a money changer's counter. The child without discretion knows merely that the coins are figured and ornamented, long, square, or round. He does not know what they are reckoned as valuable for human use and enjoyment. And the villager knows that they are figured and ornamented, etc., and that they are reckoned as valuable for human use and enjoyment. but he does not know such distraction as this one is genuine, this is false, this is half value. The money changer knows all those kinds, and he does so by looking at the coin and by listening to the sound of it when struck, and by smelling its smell, tasting its taste, and weighing it in his hand. And he knows that it was made in a certain village or town or city or on a certain mountain or by a certain master. And this may be understood as an illustration. Thank you. Five, perception is like the child without discretion, seeing the coin because it apprehends the mere mode of appearance of the object as blue and so on. Consciousness is like the villager seeing the coin because it apprehends the mode of object as blue, etc., and because it extends further, reaching the penetration of its characteristics. Understanding is like the money changer seeing the coin because after apprehending the mode of the object as blue, etc., and extending to the penetration of the characteristic, it extends still further, reaching the manifestation of the path. That that's it.
Can't hear anything.
Sorry, G, we are unable to hear.
All right. Okay, now you can see here, and then the last one, Panya, all right? So Panya knows the object, brings about characteristic, and by endeavoring brings the manifestation of the path, right? So based on this kind of thing, you will say it had the perceiving, it can see the impermanence, and then it bring the manifestation of the path, means that enlightenment. Okay. All right. Now, do you see how to do this chart? All right. So any question about this? Okay. Maybe what I should do is bring the text and this one together, right? So we can do these two together. Okay. So I try to make my text smaller.
This idea can explain the manifestation of path.
Means enlightenment.
No, enlightenment.
Yes. This is talking about enlightenment. So this paragraph is trying to just show that the sanya perception can see the just a blue or yellow or shape only, but it cannot bring the anicca dukkha anatta. Okay. The vijnana consciousness can see, because our consciousness can see the, for example, just a shape or colors or everything, just a merely seeing things. You also can understand anicca dukkha anatta, but it cannot bring to enlightenment. Only the wisdom can have these three. All right. So this paragraph trying to explain. Okay. So that's why it's a little bit technical. You have to spend some time to try to digest the English and try to see the relationship between the sanya, vijnana, and then panya. Okay. And then number 4, actually, this is just an example here. All right. Actually, this is a very good paragraph because it's trying to show you with some illustration about the child, villager, and a money changer. Okay. So sanya is like a child. So Vienna is a villager, and Panya is the money changer. Money changer means that the one that really can see, understand the money, the value of money. Because last time the money is not like a piece of note, it's like gold, silver, right? So it can see all. Okay. Okay, that's why the answer should be answered and knowing in a particular mode separate from the modes of perceiving and cognizing. All right. Okay. Next one, try this one. I think, yes.
Can I ask back to your table? The because vijnana normally is also understand to be like chitta, correct? Mano, chitta, right?
Okay.
So sometimes I got mixed up because vijnana is equivalent to chitta and chitta equivalent to vijnana, and that is defined as bare awareness.
Okay. Yes.
So if it's bare awareness, how can it penetrate the characteristics? So it must be different meaning in that sense in this particular vijnana case.
Okay. Maybe it means that here it knows, it at least can see. Okay, the difference is it trying to compare the sanya. Sanya is just see, for example, see color, blue color, that's all. It doesn't know anything beyond the perceiving certain shape or whatever. But consciousness has a higher power, or trying to see anicca dukkha anatta. All right. But it's not enough to lead to the path. So it actually just try to show you that only the wisdom, the path, the understanding can lead to enlightenment. So you're trying to see this consciousness is something in between the sanya and panya. Can you follow? Vijnana is something in between the sanya and panya. That's why you're trying to say by this table and by this paragraph.
Then the process, yes, I understand. The purpose to differentiate the three terms. But remember also in the comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma, it was listed another way. That means Vijnana, Sanya, and Panya as a comparative. The Vijnana is bare awareness. Sanya has marking as well as memory.
Yeah. Right.
And then Panya is the understanding.
Right, yes.
So how do we know which is which and in what context are these being used?
So that's why you have to see in terms of this 1, 2, 3 here. Perceiving, and then the characteristic and path. That's all. In terms of this context, the power, we are trying to see that these three has we call it different level of knowing. That's what you're trying to say here. All right?
Can I say something?
Yeah, Brother Ong, yes?
Yeah, I follow the Thai tradition. Thai tradition, there's a word they call the one who knows, no? Then they equate it with the original awareness, original consciousness. There is consciousness arising without the consciousness arising without the what do you call it? Those concomitants are cetasikas. Then there's a really bare awareness.
Yeah.
Thai call it the one who knows lah.
That one is in terms of vipassana practice. We call it bare awareness in terms of vipassana practice. This one is trying to tell in terms of function. So the approach is different, Brother Ong. All right. So bare awareness, normally you are talking about insight where, for example, you say when you see,
Just see.
just see. Yeah. So it's called bare
I think it's
awareness
the one.
means that
There's a panya.
no following,
Concomitants, whatever.
no following with thoughts, and then with greed and hatred. Okay.
Yeah, those concomitants are.
Yeah. Okay. So this more talking about in insight meditation when we are using the word bare awareness. Bare awareness. So for example, similar to when you see that this is just in terms of practice, so more on practice, okay? So, but this vijnana is just aware of things, but we don't call it bare awareness. It's just aware of the object. Like sight, sound, smell. Of course, when you're aware of the object, when the object disappear, it will know, right? It knows. So it can see the anicca. In a way, you can say it can see the anicca because it knows when the object disappear. It has some level of knowing, but not like panya. Panya can lead to the path. All right, what I'm trying to think that this paragraph is just trying to show us the different level of knowing. That's all. All right, maybe not so absolute to the vipassana point yet. Brother Ko? Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So what we do, we can just continue to read and then we see. Okay. Now here, no, you can see here. This is perception, this consciousness, this understanding. It's different, it's subsequent, subtle, and hard to see. So they are actually very subtle and not easy to see. Only like the Buddha can see. Okay, so we can read this paragraph. All right, so it's for us to understand the Buddha wisdom. Linda, can you read? All right, okay.
Read from where?
Number 6 here, however.
Okay. However, it is not always to be found where perceptions and consciousness are, but when it is not disconnected from those states. And because it cannot be taken as disconnected task, this is perceptions, this is consciousness, this is understanding. The difference is consequently subtle and hard to see. hence, okay, sorry, I can't get hence,
The Venerable Nagasena said, yeah.
Venerable Nagasena said, a difficult thing, O king, has been done by the blessed Venerable Nagasena. Sorry, one. What Venerable Nagasena is the difficult things that has been done by the blessed one. The difficult things, O king, done by the blessed one who was, I couldn't get it.
Yeah. Defining
Of the immaterial states of consciousness and its committance, which occur with a single object, and which he declared tasks. This is contact, this is feeling, this is perceptions, this is volitions, this is consciousness. Continue.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, it's trying to say that it's not easy to see. Only the Buddha, not maybe Buddha and some Arahant. Even like this, what is contact, what is feeling, what is perception, what is chetana, volition, consciousness. All these are very subtle. So we call it, so we can say these three awareness, these three knowing, okay, very sub and hard to see. So we are just, in terms of theory, we are trying to see their difference only. Okay, now we go for this one. This one I think is also good. So, all right, next one, next person. Okay, I just follow the name list as in the participant list, okay? Brother Lee, all right?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Are you confident to talk? Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
yes. Okay, yeah.
Number 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are its characteristic, function, manifestation, and proximate cause? Understanding has the characteristic of penetrating the individual essence of states. Its function is to abolish the darkness of delusion which conceals the individual's essence of state. It is manifest as non-delusion because of the words one who is concentrate, knows and sees correctly. Its proximate cause is concentration.
Okay.
How many?
Do you think this paragraph is important?
I think it's important to link to the next thing, right? The understanding, different type of understanding. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So okay, we copy this one first. All right. So okay. This one in Abhidhamma, you will see all this. Okay. So this one we call it 4 ways of seeing things. So in Abhidhamma, everything in terms of mental objects, you will see in terms of characteristic, function, manifestation, and proximate cause. All right. So it's important to know. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So characteristic is penetrating. So this is important. Function is abolish delusion. Manifestation, non-delusion. Non-delusion means same like wisdom also. Because of the word one is concentrated, so proximate cause is concentration. So to get wisdom, the proximate cause means that the immediate cause or something happened before that is you need to have concentration. Without concentration, you cannot get wisdom. Now, what is this meaning? Individual essence of states. All these are, we call it technical words because it translates from the Pali. So anybody can try. What do you know this one? Okay. Anybody can try. What do you understand by this word?
The intrinsic nature of the states, of the mental states or whatever.
Another word is intrinsic nature.
Yeah, intrinsic nature.
So for example, For example,
contact is the coming of together.
okay. So this means it's natural nature, right?
Yeah, that is the nature.
Okay, yeah. So okay, sometimes this one actually from the word sabawa. Okay.
Ah, yeah.
Sabawa, all right. So
Yeah,
if you have the word sabawa, so they translate with the sa is they coming from word like I or on individual. Bawa, they translate as essence. So sabawa, another one you can translate, we call it natural state, right? So sometimes instead of like all these difficult words, we can just translate as a sabawa, natural state of the things. For example, contact, pasa, contact. Okay, what is the nature of context? Means that things come together, all right? So what is the nature of feeling? Feeling means, why is the letter so small? Okay, so the meaning of feeling is experience the object, all right? So there's their own nature. Okay, all right. So there's a nature. So the understanding has the characteristic. So you need to know the characteristic, means knowing the natural state of other things like pasa, feeling, and so on. Function is get rid of delusion. So actually function is very clear. But the main thing we say manifestation is how it appears to us. It appears to us as non-delusion, wisdom. And last one is, how do you get this wisdom? How do you get the concentration? How do you get the understanding? Because there's a proximate cause. There is a concentration. So this is actually, in a way, is sum out the important part. Okay, next one. Now, all right. This one is, we can read it, yeah, since we have the time. So we just read somebody. Okay, next one in the list. Marinda, yes? Can read this one, number 8. Yeah.
Okay, Sanachi, I try. Okay, number 8. How many kinds of understanding are there? Firstly, as having the characteristic of penetrating the individual essences of states, it is of one kind. As mundane and super mundane, it is of two kinds. Likewise, as subject to cankers and free from cankers and so on. Number 4, as the defining of mentality and of materiality. 5, as accompanied by joy or by equanimity. 6, as the planes of seeing and of development. Number 7 is of three kinds as consisting in what is reason, consisting in what is learned, heard, and consisting in development. 8, likewise as having a limited, assorted, measureless object. 9, as skill in improvement, detriment, and means. 10, as interpreting the internal, and so on. 11, it is of 4 kinds as knowledge of the 4 truths. 12, and as the 4 discriminations. Shall I continue,
Okay.
Sajay?
Okay, do you think this is important for Vipassana?
Firstly, I think so, because this is the stages how we have to go through to develop our Vipassana.
So you mean we have to practice all of them? Are you sure?
Let's see. Stay. Number one, I think should be in.
Okay.
Then defining the mentality and materiality, body and mind. Company.
Okay.
Okay. The joy of equanimity.
Okay.
And number 6 also seeing and of development.
Mhm.
And okay, is of 3 kind. I think this one no need. Like what is that? The skill in fluence. 4 kind of knowledge. There are
Okay.
4 truths.
For
And
truth, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Mm.
so that means that we take some, we don't take some, right? So
Yes, yes.
how many kinds of understanding? So in brief, we can say there are different kinds, right?
Yes.
Some with joy and equanimity, some supramundane, 3, all right? Okay,
Yes.
I think we just skip it for a while because later we'll go by one, all right?
Okay,
So, okay,
thank you.
all right.
Thank
So
you.
we can just supramundane. And from this onwards, all right, for this onward, diet, triad. This one actually, if you have studied Abhidhamma, it will be more helpful because all these are different categories in detail. So diet means 2, and then these are also two in one, something like that. So we can skip it because all these are to do with Abhidhamma. So if you study Abhidhamma advanced level, you will learn all this in detail. So we can skip on. Yeah.
Sayuji, you said tooth. How you spell it? TOOL?
No, two in one.
Oh, 2 in 1.
TWO. Yeah, two in one.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
And triad is 3 in 1. Means that one thing, one set of 3. Okay, 3 things in 1. So
Okay.
triad, this one you also study in Abhidhamma. Okay, so and then this one also another one. So we can just skip it. Then this also tetra, 4 in 1. So one set that has 4 things in 1. Right? So it's talking about the discrimination. Because all these are so far, you can see it's only theory only. It doesn't mention about practice. So where is the practice here? So here also, the discrimination of meaning is more on the Patisambhida, right? And then after that, it's talking about this also. So far, we didn't see the practice. So where is the practice so far? Okay, now this one we can see here. If somebody want to have the Patisambhida, we call it discrimination knowledge. So you need to have few things here: prior effort, great knowledge of directs, of scriptures, questioning, achievement, waiting on a teacher means staying around the teacher, and also in good friend. So this is a condition to produce the discrimination. So it's for those who want to have a higher knowledge. We call it the Patisambhida knowledge. So this is, we call it the ultimate aim for those who are really interested to develop your wisdom to the very top. Okay. So here discrimination means the Patisambhida knowledge. Okay. So it's one of the, not the one of the, it's the highest knowledge that if you really aspire to be like the Buddha or like Sariputra, then you should develop this based on the condition here. All right, this is the condition for this one. Okay, now so far we haven't come to the practice yet, right? Okay, now it explain here, if you want to explain the higher knowledge, prior effort means that your effort beforehand, great learning, direct, skill in 101 tongues, means that skill in different languages, particular of Magadha. Magadha, we call it, the Pali language is coming from this Magadha at that time, so we call it Magadha. Scripture means mastery of the Buddha words. Questioning means you question even the meaning or even a stanza. Achievement means achievement of string entry of Arahant. Waiting on a teacher means living with a very intelligent teacher. Success in free means you have a good friend, right? So Buddha and Paccekapada. So all these Patisambhidam is for the very high level, like the Buddha and Pacceka Buddha. Okay. So this one we can copy here because this to show that if you really aspire to have the highest knowledge, you should have the condition above. All right. Okay. So I will this one for the highest knowledge. All the way to the very top. Because who knows, some of you make aspiration to acquire the knowledge as much as possible. Okay. Now we start from here. Here we start with the practice already. Okay. This one will be more useful for all the meditator. Okay. Now 32. Okay. Next one in the list is in the listing list. Mengse. Yeah. You are the
Okay, number 32.
okay.
How is it developed? Now the things classed as aggregates, bases, elements, faculties, truth, dependent origination, etc., are the soil of this understanding. And the first two purifications, namely purification of virtue and purification of consciousness, are its roots. While the five purifications, namely purification of view, purification of overcoming doubt, purification of knowledge and vision of what is the path and what is not the path, purification of knowledge and vision of the way, and purification of knowledge and vision are the trunk. Consequently, one who is perfecting these should first fortify his knowledge by learning and questioning about those things that are the soil. After he has perfected the two purifications that are the roots, then he can develop the five purifications that are the trunk. This is in brief. The detail is as follows. Do I continue?
No. Okay. Do you think this is helpful for us?
Yes.
Okay. What can you see? What can you see in this paragraph?
The three stages of development.
Where is it?
One is the soil, the roots, and the trunk.
Okay. All
So
right.
this-
Okay. So there's a soil, the roots, and the trunk. So this is what we call it example, simile or illustration. So you can
Yes.
see when Buddha preach or any like now even like this is mentioned in the Tipitaka. This is example. Using the example, people are more clear. Okay, now what is the soil here? What is the trunk? Roots, what is the trunk? Soil are about those things. What is those things here? Mincy, can you see those things?
Yes, yes. About those things.
What are those things?
Okay. I think the soil are the basic foundations of understanding.
Okay.
That
So,
are the aggregates, the
yeah, right.
faculties.
Yes. Base,
Okay.
yeah.
Then we go on further. That's the basic foundation. In order
Okay.
for us to understand
All right. Yes.
roots, we need to know the soil. Then after that, we need to understand the purification of consciousness and virtue. So that one comes developed after the soil.
Virtue and consciousness. Yes. Okay. And then the rest will be,
The
next
rest
will
of the
be,
trunk. The trunk.
yeah. Okay. The trunk. All right. So there are three things: soil, roots, and trunk. Okay. This one is a simile of a tree. Okay. So if we are going to copy the text here, so this is a long text. So basically, we can just where are we going? Okay, so we can make a summary here. So for those who are doing like this, if next time you all do assignment, you can just summarize, all right? So there are things called soil, and then soil leads to, and then the root, and then leads to the trunk. Okay, soil will be on the object here, right? So what the object? So the object will be
Your
aggregates, bases, elements,
faculties.
faculties, truths, okay, and dependent origination. Okay. And then roots are
Purification of virtue.
Okay,
and
so
consciousness.
you have two purification, all right? So they are virtue and then consciousness. And then this one is another remaining 5. Okay.
5.
All right. 5 purification. So here we already say 7 purification. So this mention about 7 purifications here. So from now on, I think the book will start to describe what are the 7 purifications. So you have the soil. Based on soil, which is the object, there's a aggregate basis, elements, faculties, and truth. Then based on this, you develop the roots and trunk. Okay. After you develop the roots first, when the roots are very strong, and then you start to develop the trunks here. So you can see the 5 here mentioned here. So we can just copy because all these are very important. So we can just copy the 5 of them, and then we can just make our, okay. So the first one, this number first, number 2. So this is 3. This is a 4. 4. This is a 5. Okay, you got the 6. And then you got the 7. Okay, so here is actually start to introduce the 7 purification. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 2 are called the soil. And then, no, this is called the root. All right, sorry, the root. And then the rest are the trunk. Okay, virtual and perfect. All right, so now if you say based on your sila, then you develop the consciousness, the mind. Then you you have to purify your view, overcome the doubts. Then you start to know what is the path and what is not the path. Finally, you know the path. And then the last one is the knowledge and vision. Okay, so if you know the Pali, is even clearer, right? So here. Okay, now we start with 5 aggregates. Now, this is the objects for meditation. So this might actually more helpful for us. All right. Now, okay, somebody read 33 and 34. So next one in the list, Brother Ong, do you want to read, Brother Ong? Yeah.
33.
Yeah, 33 and 34.
When it was said above, the things classed as aggregates, bases, elements, faculties, truths, dependent origination, etc., are the soil. The aggregates here are the 5 aggregates. That is to say, the materiality aggregate, the feeling aggregate, the perception aggregate, the formations aggregate, and the consciousness aggregate. Materiality aggregate, herein all kinds of states whatsoever that have the characteristic of being molested, rupana, by coal, taken all together should be understood as the materiality rupa aggregate.
Okay.
Molested by coal.
That's the translation from the Lupana, Lupati. Okay, thanks, Brother Ong. Okay. All right, now we start with 5 aggregates. Of course, we must know what is 5 aggregates. So 5 aggregates. So we can just copy here. Now, if you notice that we start to have lots of numbers here. So we have the 7 here, and then we have 5. So 5 aggregate is taken as the object here, the soil. So, okay, the first one, 5 aggregates. So you all know Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankala formation, and then the Vijnana. So you got 1, 2, 3. Okay, now the question is, do we need to know term in meditation, right? But the first one we see the definition of for material. So based on this 5, the book start to explain to us what is the meaning of rupa, okay, the material aggregate. So it say the characteristic. Now you can see everything we learn has 5 things. One have 4 things. One of them is characteristic. Characteristic of being molested. All right. Whatsoever by cold. All right. No, that's the definition of material. So when you see the body, your own body, how you know about your body is it changes. All right. Rupati, another word for rupati, beside this word molested, is also strange English. Okay. Change, all right? You can see it changed. So our body, okay, say change by hot and cold. So you can see when you feel the body, sometimes your body has hot, and then when it's cold, you feel that the body feel cold. Sometimes the body feel hot, okay, heat, maybe hot, and then it's like insects bite and something, all right? So our body is always change. So that's why it's difficult for us to sit still, because you can feel the feeling for the body. The body always asks us to move around because it's been disturbed by these elements outside. Okay, so that's why because the body changes all the time. So that's the characteristic of the material. So maybe we use the just okay, right? So compared to your mind does not have this. Of course, your mind change, but your mind will not change because of hot and cold, right? Your mind change because of other things, but our body change because of this one. So if you sit still, you can feel your body. There's the sensation in the body is always changing, right? Okay. So this is the first one. Okay. Now after that, from here onwards, if you notice that this is actually Abhidhamma. All right. So when you study the Abhidhamma, you will study what is a primary materiality for great elements. Okay. And then what is a derived materiality? So primary materiality is 4. So derived materiality is 24. So 4 plus 24, you got 28. So there are 28 things under the category of this materiality under the rupa. Okay, so actually we can skip all this because all these are in detail to do with Abhidhamma only. But of course, if you can see them in meditation, it's good. All right, so you got the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and then this one, and so on. Okay, so maybe we just look for it. All right, so just go through the text first. So okay, you got eye. All right, so it actually describe the 28 in details. All right. Okay, maybe we can start with something that we can understand. Okay, let's start with this eye. This is interesting to read. How does the people at that time, ancient people, how do they try to understand what is the meaning of eye? Okay, next person. So, Pui Liu, you can read this one. Yeah.
Okay. There is what is called the eye in the world that looks like a blue lotus petal and is surrounded by black eyelashes and varied with dark and light circles. The eye, sensitivity as meant here is to be found in the place in the middle of the black circle, surrounded by the white circle in that feature of the eye with its accessories, where there appears the image of the bodies of those who stand in front of it. It pervades the eye's 7 layers, like oil sprinkled on 7 layers of cotton. It is assisted by the 4 primary elements whose respective functions are upholding, cohering, maturing, and moving. As a warrior prince is by 4 nurses, whose functions are holding, bathing, dressing, and fanning. It is consolidated by temperature, consciousness, and nutriment. It is maintained by life. It is furnished with color, order, a flavor, etc. It is the size of a mere louse head, and it duly serves both as physical basis and as door for eye consciousness and the rest of the consciousness of the connective series.
Okay. So from here, what do you understand about the eye?
It's a very detailed description of the eye.
Is
What
it,
the eye,
no, you
how the
see
eye
the
looks
text.
like and what it does.
Do you think that is correct here? Or is there some part is too very weird for you?
Actually, I don't know. No.
You don't know. Yeah. It looks some part is quite what or what. For example, what is this blue lotus petal? Do you see this? Yeah.
We all learn in anatomy is like retina, pupil, all this, but it
Yeah.
doesn't come out.
Blue color. Okay. This blue lotus petal. Actually, the blue coming from the word nila, all right? So, nila, okay. Now we are on this eye. So the first one you're talking about eye, they are, wait. So we had 28 materials. 4 is 4, we call it Maha Bhuta. You will learn in Abhidhamma. Great elements or great, yeah. And then 24 is we call it derived, all right, material. So out of this 24, you have 1 here. We have 5 cents though, 5 cents basis. 1 is eye, okay? So we had eye. So the eye here is described as the what? Blue lotus petal. Why this? So sometimes when we read the ancient text, you have to think about why is it say blue color. Okay, some of them we understand. Okay, black lashes, yes, and then you have the dark and light circle. Okay, maybe. Okay, middle of the black circle, yes, your eye is inside there's a black color one, and then there's a white circle and what this, and there appears the images. All right, when the reflection of human or anything, then it appears inside our eye. But the rest is actually, we also don't know why it say oil sprinkled by 7 layers of cotton. Okay. But what we're trying to see, why all this peculiar, we say it doesn't look like lotus to us. Okay, but the word blue in Pali, actually, we have one word we call it nila, right? So even like you see the Buddhist flag, we also have this word nila. Okay. So this nila, sometimes it translates as blue, right? Sometimes it's translated as blue dark or blue green. But actually nila sometimes it actually means it's a dark color. It's just a black color as opposed to white color. So something is white is called maybe other color, and something look dark is always called nila. So nila doesn't mean blue color. It might mean something dark color. All right. So instead you're talking about blue lotus petal, maybe it's dark color, something like dark color, maybe dark color shape, something like that. So because in our eyes we have something dark, so in the eye we got dark color, right? We also got what is it? Our retina, what pupil, right? Pupil. What is the pupil color? Sometimes it will be, what is the pupil color normally? Dark brown, right? Dark brown. Or maybe for foreigners they have blue color. Okay, so maybe it's trying to say about this. Is it dark color or is it blue color? Okay. Anyway, all these are just some extra information about how the ancient people at the time, they are trying to describe the meaning of eye. Okay, but what most important here, anybody can see what is the important point here? Can you see? What is the important point here beside the description for the eye? Okay, call the next person. Rushan? Okay, Rushan, can you see? Is there anything you can see very helpful for us in meditation? Beside the description for the eyes, because we will not meditate on the different colors of the eye. It's not important. So which one is important if we are saying in terms of for us to take as a meditation?
Like it says it is consolidated by consciousness. Is that
this one? You're talking about this one?
Yeah.
Okay. This one also can, yes. You can take it like this. Maintained by life. Right. Okay. And there's another point beside this one. So let me copy this.
Sayachri,
Yes.
as a door for eye consciousness.
Yeah,
that
right.
means the
So,
basis.
So where can you see in this paragraph? Basis,
at the
yes.
last
one.
towards the
All right. Yes, it duly serves as a physical basis and a door for eye consciousness. Okay, this one is actually important. All right, so you can just. Okay, so we have two here. There's another one looking at it. So I hope you all can see. There's something that important for us to meditate. So anybody can see?
Four primary
Moving,
elements.
cohering, maturing, moving. Functions.
Where?
The
Which one?
functions.
Which function?
4 primary elements as.
Okay, 4 primary elements. Okay.
Functions.
This one? Yeah, talking about this one.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Beside that, there's also another one you all didn't see. Okay, now when we see somebody, what happened in our eye? When you see something, see an object, what happened in the eye?
Nice. You
Beside
recognize the
yeah, but
cognitive.
yeah, all right, but yes, okay, there's a cognitive process here, right? Sorry. Yeah, there's a cognitive process here. And also another thing you all didn't see, there appears the image. This one, what does it trying to show by this one? It shows the object, the object, all right? Okay, so beside this one, just wait, we have the cognitive, this one also important, all right?
The eye consciousness.
Yeah. So another things you are trying to say is that when you see something, yeah. So this sentence, so I'll just copy this sentence. Now, when you see somebody or you see something, what happened in our eyes is just the image, okay? It's just a reflection only. So when we see something or somebody, what will happen in our eye is just a reflection. I don't know. So this means that the object does not come inside the eye. Okay, only the reflection appears, a reflection of the object appears inside the eye. Okay, this is important in terms of vipassana also, right? So when you see something, the things never come to your eye. It's just a reflection that come inside our eye only. When you see a TV, the TV will not go inside your eyes. It's just the reflection, the images from the TV come inside your eyes. So in Abhidhamma, you also see this one. So this one we call it how do we call it? What? Non-contact, We say this object is called non-contact because it never contact with our eye base. Eye base is same with the idol. Idol is same with the, what is another term? Yeah, idol, eye base, okay? Non-contact in the, right? Okay, can you follow? Right, yes, of course, the retina. Okay, now what is the physical basis and the door for eye consciousness? We are talking about the real one is for the retina, all right? And then there will appear the eye consciousness, all right? So what kind of cognitive process you will have? We call it the seeing, or we call it eye cognitive process will occur, right? Will occur. So when we say everything is consolidated by temperature, consciousness, and nutriment, this means that all these are, we call it condition. So our eye is subject to condition like temperature. So it will not appear alone. So everything in the world, we call it, that's a word we call it conditioned things, all right? So everything in the world except Nibbana is a conditioned thing, subject to condition. Okay, can you all follow so far? Yeah. So based on one text like just now, so to develop our wisdom, you have to get the important idea and try to see from your meditation how to apply this idea, or from your meditation you should link with the text here, right? So what you see, there appears the images of the world. You can use the word see images, because the things never come to our eyes. It's only the reflection will come to our eyes, all right? And it's assisted, means that it must have the help from other things. And then, sorry, thanks. And then it is also help consolidated, all right? Maintained by life. Yeah, of course, if there's no life, our eye will not function, all right? And then it's a base, it's a retina is the basis, and then the door for eye consciousness. Okay, now it has the eye consciousness. What is eye consciousness? So you have the retina. So when you have retina, so I think you all know already, you need retina as basis, plus the object, okay, then plus the light, then after that the eye consciousness will appear. So this one we can take for our vipassana practice. All right, any question up to this point? Okay, all right, so okay, now we can read the 49, 50, and 51. Okay, all right, Lucian, can you read this one?
There's something on the screen, Saju. Okay.
Yeah, 49, yeah.
49 too. The ear sensitivity is to be found inside the feature of the ear hole with its accessories in the place that is shaped like a finger stone and surrounded by fine brown hairs. It is assisted by the elements in the way aforesaid. It is consolidated by temperature, consciousness, and nutriment. It is maintained by life. It is equipped with color, etc. And it duly serves both as physical basis and as door for ear consciousness and the rest. Shall I continue?
Yes, yes.
53. The nose sensitivity is to be found inside the feature of the nose hole with its accessories in the place shaped like a goat's hoof. It has assistance, consolidation, and maintenance in the way aforesaid, and it duly serves both as physical basis and as door for the nose consciousness and the rest. 51.4. The tongue sensitivity is to be found in the middle of the feature of the tongue with its accessories in the place shaped like a lotus petal tip. It has assistant consolidation and maintenance in the way aforesaid, and it duly serves both as physical basis and as door for tongue consciousness and the rest.
Okay, so from these texts, what can you summarize, Rushan? What is it trying to tell us? What do you think?
So I think it's quite similar to like the eye as well, like
Okay.
discussing before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's conditioned, and
Yes.
then like they're like the sense doors for the each consciousness.
Okay, but here
So
they describe the different places, right? Where's the eye sensitivity, nose sensitivity, and tongue sensitivity. Okay, now you can see there's another lotus petal tip. What do you think it is? In a place shaped like, what is this? No idea. I think it's just trying to say the tongue, the shape of the tongue, right? The tongue look like lotus petal tip. Okay, but here, okay, this is actually is written as the what? Sorry, middle, all right, middle of the tongue. But according to some teacher, the tongue sensitivity is all over the tongue. It's not just in the middle place, all over the tongue. All right. Okay, so let us see now. Now we have the all right. Okay, so we will read the 52 and then we will stop. All right. Okay, next person. Shimin. Okay, Shimin can read now. Yeah, 52.
52. 5. The body sensitivity is to be found everywhere, like a liquid that soaks a layer of cotton. In this physical body where there is matter that is clung to, it has assistance, consolidation, and maintenance in the way aforesaid to, and it duly serves both as physical basis and as door for body consciousness and the rest.
Continue 53. Yes.
Like snakes, crocodiles, birds, dogs, and jackals that gravitate to their own respective resorts, that is to say, termite mounds, water space, villages, and tunnel ground, so the eye, etc., should be regarded as gravitating to their own respective resorts, that is to say, visible data, and so on.
Okay, thank you. All right. So here 52 is just trying to say where is the body sensitivity. It's all over the body. All right. So it's not just one, but all over the body. Like the liquid that soaks with the layer of cotton. Same. And I think this paragraph is trying to say that their own resort. So our things, eye, ear, nose, body, tongue have their own respective place. Okay. So that's very important here. So now you can see eye means retina, right? Then you have the nose, then you have the ear, nose, tongue, body. Now the body is all over the body, right? So the rest only one small place. Retina is very small, so ear is very small, nose also very small place, tongue is also very small place. But the body is all over the place, right? But what are you trying to say that? Right. So visible data only appear to the eye, right? So that's why it's trying to say they have their respective resort, means they have their own places. So the visible object only appear to the eye. So it cannot appear to elsewhere. So we call it respective. There's a word resort here. But actually you can use the word domain or places. Like the body is another object, okay? Ear is sound. So the sound only appear to the ear. Of course, at other part, we might have the vibration, but we never hear, only the ear will hear the sound. So for example, the smell will only appear to the nose only. Same also the taste will appear to the tongue. So it's just trying to say the whole thing like this. Okay. All right. Any question? I will stop here. All right. Okay.
Sayagyi, can you go
Yes.
back to the eye?
All right. Yes.
51, I think. 51, I think. Or is it earlier, I think? The eye one. Description of the eye.
Mm.
47.
Okay. 47. Yes. Yes. Okay.
With color, odor, flavors, etc.
Yeah. This one
What does
is
that mean?
this one. Okay.
Yes.
So you will learn in Abhidhamma. That's why actually this is introduction to Abhidhamma. So the eye, we have required the 8 inseparable, right? So 8 inseparable means that you have the 4 great elements
element. Yeah.
with this one, with this color. So in Pali, Wana,
Ganda.
Ganda, Rasa, Oja. All right. So
Yes.
you will have this one. So the eye, and then if you plus the life, there will be a life faculty 4, and then you also got the eye. Okay. So if plus together, there will be many things. But minimally, you need to have the 8 inseparable in one. We call it one unit. Okay, one material unit. You will have this minimum 8 of them. All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
So that means the other way is the 4 great elements plus the
yeah, these 4. Wana, Gana, Rasa, nutriment. Yeah.
Oh, I thought because just now you say the conditioned things,
Yeah,
like
they also
temperature, all
condition
those.
because the eye must mix with all this. So the eye will have this 8 inseparable also, right? So everything arises together. So when we say the eye means that the retina, the unit, very small unit in the retina, it also support by this.
So
We
this
call eye
refers to the
sensitivity.
kalapa. The
Yeah,
kalapa,
yeah.
is it? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes. Yeah, kalapa. 1 unit of kalapa.
Okay, thank
So
you.
actually, the
Okay.
condition you mean the hetu that we always talk about?
Any condition. For example, temperature. Any
Okay.
condition.
Thank
Right?
you.
Because let's say if the temperature is too hot, like burning, it will damage the eye. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's why people go outside. You need to wear the sunglasses to protect the eye. Okay, I hope today we are doing in different way because I think it's also good for us to go slow because now we are on a wisdom level. So if we go too fast, you might not catch up. And also we finish the concentration. Concentration is much more for you all to do on practice. But for this wisdom is much more for you all to think. Before getting the real wisdom in meditation, you need to do a lot of right thinking. Because when you have the right thinking, then there will be less hindrances. Or we say you don't practice in the wrong way. Because minimally you need to know about Namarupa, 5 aggregates, 6 sense bases, 6 sense object. Of course, like dependent origination, actually not really needed to practice, but at least you need to know like feeling lead to craving, craving leads to clinging, and so on. Right? Some little bit theory is okay. All right. So I like to invite some of you to do chanting now because I'm tired already. So anybody go in chanting? Okay. I think Ming say, can you read in chanting? Any chanting that you know?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Can you turn on your video also? Yeah.
Okay. I do the ending of the chanting now.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. I must refer to the chanting.
Okay. No problem.
Okay. I do the Punyanumodana, Patidana, and Patana. Okay. Compose our minds. Akasata cha bummata dewa naga mahittika punyantang anumoditwa cirang rakantu loka sasanang. Akasata cha bummata dewa naga mahittika punyantang anumoditwa cirang rakantu dhamma desanang. Akasata cha bummata dewa naga mahittika punyantang anumoditwa cirang rakantu mang parang. Transference of merits to all devas. Etawata ca ehi sambatang punya sampadang sappe dewa anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya. To all spirits, etawata ca ehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe buddha anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya. To all beings, etawata ca ehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita huntu nyatayo. Making aspirations. Imina punya kamena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yawa nibbana pattiya.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, so when we will say Buddha Sasanam Chirantitato together 3 times. Buddha Sasanam Chirantitato. Buddha Sasanam Chirantitato. Buddha Sasanam Chirantitato. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, just a promotion here before I finish. Okay, so I'm going to do the Abhidhamma in Chinese in the Metananda. So for those who understand Abhidhamma, so if you are free, join me on the May, I think about 13 to 16. All right, I already show in the WhatsApp. All right. Okay, thank you.
But Saiji is in Mandarin, is it?
Yeah, Mandarin. But you already got the online class in English already, okay? So for those who want to learn more in Mandarin, it will be Mandarin, but the text will be exactly like your course will be English and Chinese together.